Hey everybody, it's Joey. I want to talk about some marketing channels today and how to use them this coming year in 2022. So I want to talk about YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, email, Google ads, Facebook ads, Snapchat, TikTok, and LinkedIn, most importantly at the end here. So YouTube, everybody should have a brand story video on YouTube. Brand story meaning an introduction to who you are, about your business, services, how you differentiate yourself from your competitors, and then have a viral video that really grips on people's emotions, that's going to make people want to share that video with somebody else. So that's YouTube. You want to have those two types of videos on YouTube. And you can post, I would say 5 minutes up to, several hours on YouTube. People will watch it. People go to YouTube for long form marketing to watch long videos. Now, Instagram is a little bit different. Go on Instagram, you're going to just want to see pictures, maybe some stories. That's a really great spot for your business to feature highlights. Maybe you're a restaurant and you're doing food pictures, maybe an artist and you sell your artwork. Maybe you're a doctor, some kind of health related tip. Maybe it's some featuring some of the staff, engineering firm. Maybe it's featuring your staff, feature project videos, project photos, drone shots, something like that. So Instagram is like a highlight showcase. You want to make sure you're using reels on there, which are short videos, post every day to stories. Make sure you are using the highlights on Instagram so that people can go back and watch your stories later. And also a huge tip for Instagram is you want to tag 20 accounts on every single post that people, you can tag celebrities, you can tag competitors, you can tag potential clients, customers. You want to tag people in your post that people will get tagged on their Instagram, get a notification pop up, go check out the post, and that'll start to get them interacting with your page, interacting with your timeline rather in your account on Instagram. Helps you reach a wider audience. Also use 30 hashtags, that's the maximum. Put it in the first comment, don't put it in the description, it doesn't look good. Put it right in that first comment there, 30 hashtags. You want to get some local targets. It could be your city. You want to get some niche specific hashtags as well. You want to maybe even create your own hashtag. Maybe you're a plastic surgeon and you do a hashtag that is, Dr. Smith, rhinos or something like that, whatever your hashtag would be. And then you can use that hashtag every single post. Facebook fan page. Everybody should have a Facebook as well as an Instagram, in my opinion, nowadays. Instagram, the platform used to be 5 years younger. Facebook was younger. Now it's, only people on Facebook are really my parents. They're all over Facebook and Instagram now. Facebook is a great hybrid. So you can do the long form marketing like a YouTube. You can do longer videos that you can't do on Instagram. Instagram limits you to 1 minute. You can do, you can do like status updates. So you can post, what's going on that day. You can post more than like YouTube. You want to post like maybe once a week, maybe once a couple of times a week. You don't want to post like 5 times a day. You don't want to post more than once. People are not going to want to watch your YouTube. Facebook, you can post more. Instagram, 5 is too much per day. Facebook, you can post once per day. I would say is plenty. You can post 5 times a week. You can post on the weekends. I would recommend weekends. Sometime somewhere between 1 and 7 is a sweet spot, and you can test that. You can go onto Facebook and Instagram. You can see when your customers are on your page or most active on your social media platforms. You can see, okay, I want to post at 6 p.m. I know from experience that a lot of my doctor's offices 3 p.m., 6 p.m. And some of my other clients 9 p.m. is the prime posting time where most of their clients are customers, potential customers, and followers are on the social media channels. So Facebook is a hybrid. You can post YouTube, you can post long form like YouTube, you can post shorter like Instagram, you can do status updates more like a Twitter. Now, Twitter is a very loud channel. You can post 10, 20 times per day. It's not going to be a big deal. You can test out which content is going to be best. It's good for doing polls. It's good for connecting with local, publicity, HR. There's a lot of news channels on Twitter. Make sure you're using hashtags on Twitter. Facebook, hashtags aren't quite as important. Twitter, hashtags are very important. And you're limited on the characters on Twitter as well. So that's kind of in there, but you can retweet. So if you're, a doctor's office, you wouldn't be following people that are health related. Somebody that I really like is Dr. Michael Greger. I retweet a lot of his stuff, and then create your own content as well. So email is really, really important. Now, I've had people come to me and say, email is not important for my marketing. I would argue that is one of the most important platforms, channels that you can use to reach your audience, because not only is it free, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you can create content for free. You can, once you let's say you're doing a Facebook ad or Google ad to get new customers to come in. Once you get an email address, you can market to those people multiple times over and over and over again by creating a monthly newsletter, creating specials, talking about new staff, talking about new services, talking about what's going on this season. If you're a plastic surgeon, a new laser that you get, maybe it's a new product that you get. If you're an artist, maybe it's a new piece of artwork. If you're a neurosurgeon, maybe it's how you're helping this patient. You can promote. Newsletters are great because you can tie in, you can say, hey, here's the best social media post that we did for the year. You can also do what I like to do is I like to create a video, long form video on YouTube, maybe like a 3 to 5 minute video about a service, and then put that into the newsletter and then make an article as well. So you take that YouTube video, some people like to watch, some people like to read. So you can watch the video, you can read the content, what it's about, and it's an update. So you're basically coming back and just keeping fresh in mind. Now, I mean, personally, I get newsletters and I don't like I like my email to be organized. So I don't like to get a bunch of newsletters unless it's really interesting. So I don't subscribe to a lot of newsletters. So when I work with clients, we send out one per month and we make it, and we even get, 20 to 30% open rates is really great. I've seen 5% open rates for a really bad list, but if you have a good list, you can get 20, 30, 50% is really, really high for open rates. So when you send out those newsletters, you want to include a special too. So like, B2B is a little bit different. Like a doctor is not going to be doing a special unless they have like a product that they like buy, like a skincare product that is expiring this month. They want to move it. They'll do like a 50% off. I work for artists as well. Engineering offices. It's not like a special. It's like engineering offices. You want to showcase your project. It's a little bit different, but for companies that are selling products, a newsletter is great for a special to drive sales directly to your website, wherever you're going to be landing. Google ads is really like an engine. So like email is like, constantly getting you in front of your customers once a month at least. And they're, that's your best customers that you're giving your best content to. Now, Google ads is going to be new people coming in. You can target specific words that your audience is gonna search for. So for instance, you're a plastic surgeon, you can target rhinoplasty, nose job, weight loss, non-invasive weight loss, sculpture. If you're a neurosurgeon, you can target any of the elective surgeries, something maybe like an ACDF. You can target spondylolisthesis. You can target back pain. You can target a lot of specific. You can do back pain. Miami, Florida. You can do rhinoplasty, New York City, rhinoplasty, North Jersey. Anything that is specific to your area, you can target. You can see the pricing. Google will let you see the pricing for those keywords. So Google ads, you can spend $2 to $5 per day, but I mean, it's not really going to get you anything. If you have $2 per day on a search term that you're targeting, and your budget is $2, you're going to get one click. So you're not going to get any movement. So you want to do, $10, $50 per day, especially if you're a personal injury attorney. Some of those, there's so much competition for those terms that you want to do $50, $100, $200 a day, which will add up quick to, $10,000 a month. But for a personal injury attorney, they can make that money back on a single case. So Google ads is something that everybody should be doing for their business. Artists, engineers, doctors, physicians, attorneys, especially. Attorneys is huge. And that is a paid advertising platform. Now we can also talk about Facebook ads. So Facebook ads, they're really interesting because Facebook owns Instagram as well. So Facebook and Instagram are the same ads platform. So you can target people the same way. So Facebook advertising is really for, B2C. I've done B2B and I haven't found success. I found success in other ways like LinkedIn on Google ads. But B2B on Facebook with advertising is really tough because you get a lot of crappy leads, you get a lot of fluff, and it's a waste of money in my opinion. We've tested it and it does not work. I've tested it with neurosurgeon, I've tested it with attorneys. Now a family attorney, they're very B2C almost. And you can build relationships on social media because it's a very emotional thing. Now, a personal injury attorney, you get injured as a personal injury attorney client. You get injured in a car accident, like you need something now, like you have to get taken care of, you have pain, it's an immediate need. A family attorney that's dealing with divorce or something like that is a little bit different because you're building relationships with people over time. Now, not to say you can't do that as a personal injury attorney. You want to be in front of people all the time and get your name out there, but it's like an immediate need. It's, people are doing a search on Google. They're searching like a personal injury attorney near me. They're checking out reviews and they're going right to you. So Facebook ads, it's very delicate. You can either, now here's the thing, I use Facebook ads for an artist client of mine, and it drives tremendous sales. We did, over 6 figures in Facebook ads in 2020, 2021, huge numbers. You can't get that as a neurosurgeon. You can spend, $20,000 a year on Facebook ads as a neurosurgeon. You're not really going to get the same level. So as somebody like, specialist, a physician, something like that, if you're a family doctor, Facebook ads are great because you can do live events. You can drive traffic to your website. You can do, podcasts. You can drive traffic to podcast, blog, something like that, your website. But for the specialists, Facebook ads is not quite as good. You want to use something like a LinkedIn, connect with referral partners. I've done it, I've tested it. It just doesn't work for Facebook ads for specialists, for doctors, because you're not going to the patients anyway. You're going to get it referred from somebody else. So it's good to have your name out there. And have a social media posting, posting content, what you're doing. I see a lot of physicians and neurosurgeons on LinkedIn, but going out and just posting stuff on Instagram and Facebook, it's like, it just creates a lot of fluff. It's a lot of people, sometimes you'll get a patient because they'll look at your content, but it's not really like, it's just not as good of a way of finding clients as if you were going to build your referral network, do LinkedIn direct outreach to other physicians in your local area, do, cold calling with other offices, setting up appointments with chiropractors, physical therapists as a neurosurgeon, or if you're a cardiologist, connecting with other surgeons, something local, right? So getting in touch on the phone, grassroots marketing, getting in touch with them. So Facebook ads is more for like back to that. It's more for products. It's more services, direct to consumer. Facebook is really great for the age group of, it's almost getting some 20-year-olds are not really on Facebook anymore. It's 30 to 65 plus, even 40. So if your demographic is women, 40 to 65 plus, that's Facebook. If your demographic is 20-year-olds, you need to get on Instagram, you need to get on Snapchat for some things, you need to get on TikTok. If your demographic is B2B, LinkedIn. Facebook is going to be a little bit of a waste of time. Google ads, definitely. If your demographic is older generation, all Facebook. Facebook is, and there's some people in the older generations that are on Instagram, but it's not as much as Facebook. So Facebook ads is very specific to your demographic. Restaurants, great for Facebook ads. Neurosurgeons, terrible. So another thing that I should say is daily active users for all these channels. I'm going to jump into that real quick. So daily active users for Facebook is 2.895 billion people. So 2.85 billion people across the world. YouTube, 2.2 billion. WhatsApp, 2 billion. Instagram, 1.3 billion. Facebook Messenger, 1.3 billion. WeChat, 1.2 billion. TikTok, 1 billion people are on TikTok, daily active users. Snapchat, 538 million daily active users worldwide. Pinterest, 454 users worldwide. Twitter, 436 million. Reddit, 430. All right, and LinkedIn is 124 million daily active users. Looked it up. Snapchat is at 500 million daily active users. TikTok is at 1 billion daily active users. These channels are very niche targeted. So if you have the younger generation, actually Snapchat is aging a little bit, and then people have moved to TikTok to post, funny videos and post dancing videos, which is kind of how it started. But there's a lot of people on TikTok that are creating content that's educational. A lot of people sharing finance, a lot of people sports. TikTok is it's not going to be. See, here's the thing: you can use TikTok and Snapchat for just about anything. Is it going to be your best platform? Maybe. Unlikely. I've seen dentists that use TikTok to do brushing videos, that jump on some of the memes that go through TikTok. Okay, to go through some of the a dentist will go through some of the TikTok meme videos, and she'll target a younger audience that is watching these videos and say, oh, hey, mom and dad, I want to go to this dentist. It works. Unlikely, yes, it does work. Okay, so Snapchat, TikTok, very niche. You have to be really creative with your content. You have to go for younger generation, under 25. I would say TikTok, there's some people 30, 40, but it's very rare. It's like a young 20s. It's a younger generation that's on Snapchat and TikTok. Now, the last platform I want to talk about is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, you have your personal profile, you have company pages, you have messaging. There's a lot of different things going on with LinkedIn that's different from other platforms. So you got to build your network. Number one thing is you have to build your network on LinkedIn. You have to connect with new people, referral partners, people that are peers, people that could be future customers and clients for you. You want to be connecting with them every single day. So LinkedIn lets you send out between 20 to 100 LinkedIn connections per day. It varies on how much you use LinkedIn. So if you send out a lot of connections and every single day, you're probably going to be limited to about 20 to 50. If you just go on LinkedIn on once a week, you can send out probably 100 LinkedIn connections in one day. You should continually be connecting with people on LinkedIn, growing your network, sending them messages, introducing yourself. I have a accounting client that we send out LinkedIn connections to his truckers, to doctors, to practice and office managers, to help them with their bookkeeping, especially tax prep this time of year, to bankers, to build referral partnerships. LinkedIn is really great B2B. You can reach out to specific heads of companies. You can target them through Sales Navigator. You can target specific company sizes. You send those messages, set up a phone call. Build the relationship on LinkedIn, because you can go directly to the decision maker. If I want to connect with a doctor on LinkedIn, I can connect with a doctor, have a conversation with them. I don't have to go through the gatekeepers and try to schedule a time with an office receptionist or something like that. I can go right to the doctor, and those are going to be the people that are going to buy my services. So I would connect directly with them on LinkedIn, or the accounting client, directly connect with business owners in your city. Doctors, if you are get referrals, build those relationships on LinkedIn, go on Doximity even, send out the messages, just start that relationship, and then go meet with them for lunch, go meet with them for dinner. It's tough with COVID now, so Zoom meetings work too. Set up Zoom meetings, have a phone call, introduce yourself. There's a lot of doctors out there. The health network is so broken. It is literally so broken. So, and the big health networks don't care about, I shouldn't say this, the big health networks don't care as much about the doctors as they do about their business, and staying and making money within the business. So a lot of doctors can only refer in network, right? And so a lot of these larger health networks just work internally, and they do it really well. But then the small guy, the doctor that's in those networks, isn't building those relationships with other doctors. Say that health network gets bought out and something happens, he leaves, or he starts his own practice. He has to build everything on his own, and then he's not been doing that. LinkedIn and Doximity are a great resource for that. There's a lot of doctors that I've talked to that are sick of working at an office or a firm where the referrals, they're part of a practice, and the referrals come in and should be sent to them, but they don't get managed well, and they get sent to some other physician in the practice. It's a lot of competition. So having that network yourself, even like for some physicians, if they're on call, they have to go and they have to take care of patients that might have insurance. Maybe sometimes you don't get paid quite as well as if you do an elective surgery. So having that flexibility to own your own patient population, to own your own referral network is huge and really important, and something that a lot of physicians are not doing. Some physicians, if they have their own office, they have an office manager or a referral team, and they don't know how to connect with people on LinkedIn, or they're just, or Doximity. They're just going on like a Google Maps, or they're doing, there's even a great tool called MD Referral Pro, where you can go on, find doctors, physicians in your city, in your geographic region, get their phone number, get their email, call them, and set up those appointments. Go directly on LinkedIn to the doctor. You don't have to go through the gatekeepers, which is really great. Saves a lot of time and is super easy. But those referral networks for physicians are huge. And a lot of times physicians are too busy to even do that. And it makes sense, right? That's where my services come in. So LinkedIn, you have to connect with people through, this LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Everybody should have a LinkedIn Sales Navigator account if you're a B2B. Get the LinkedIn Sales Navigator account. Create searches, send them messages, send out those connection messages per day. Everybody should be doing that. And, friends, relatives, any professional, get on LinkedIn, build your network, because, in 5-10 years, that network is going to be so huge, so important for you to, say you want to post that you're switching jobs, you want to change careers. You have the network built out already on LinkedIn. Second, on LinkedIn, you want to be posting content, post videos, post articles, post quotes, post pictures, promote yourself. LinkedIn and TikTok have the best organic reach right now. Facebook and Instagram, their organic reach is going very low. Organic reach meaning I post something on Facebook or Instagram, it might get, 50 people to see it. I post something on LinkedIn or TikTok, it's going to get 100, maybe 1,000 people on TikTok will see this video. The algorithms for the social media are very different. Facebook and Instagram, they want you to pay money through the Facebook ads platform to reach a wider audience. TikTok, LinkedIn, they're a little bit newer. So LinkedIn, you have to pay a minimum of $10 per day. TikTok organic reach is still very good, and ads are not needed as much as they are on Facebook and Instagram. You have to reach, if you want to reach a new audience on Facebook and Instagram, you need to pay. It's just how it is. People are not going to see your stuff organically anymore. The Facebook and Instagram have figured out that they figured out their algorithm so that people need to pay to reach a wider audience. LinkedIn, you can still reach an organic audience widely and have a lot of people see your posts before you need to pay. That will probably change in the next couple of years, like Facebook and Instagram have, and TikTok is now there. Eventually TikTok, I'm sure there will be another social media platform that comes along that will have even better organic reach than TikTok. Or TikTok is like out of control. It's like the wild, wild west of organic reach. But LinkedIn, post on LinkedIn, at least once a week, something, a quote, what you're doing, professional accomplishment, something like that. And then, so you're sending out your messages to people and you're connecting with them. Well, then you send out, you're posting as well on LinkedIn, and people are seeing that content as well. So you have these two things are working together. You have the connection outreach and you have the posting. And that's really what's important with LinkedIn. Even give a recommendation, give a skill endorsement. Those are the really important parts of LinkedIn. So that was a long presentation on social media channels. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know.